How's my hair?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's better than the... What's his name? The British guy.
Oh, yeah. His hair is crazy. Well, we're going to... Hopefully... We need to be friends with him, though.
Oh, what's his name?
Lawrence.
I'm Lawrence, and today we're going to talk about the weather. You said before I came here to America, in London it was just rain and sun.
All right. Well, that's enough of that. Tell me about what you did. What kind of schools did you go to?
Right. So from standard 1
Mm-hmm.
to standard 6, I went to a public school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
In
Nairobi, South B. Yay.
I love that.
It was a public school that was also owned by Catholics. I'm just remembering that now.
So it was a Catholic school, but it was a public school.
Yes.
So you could go for free, but it was still a Catholic school.
Yes, yeah. And then I wasn't performing well because there's so many students, So my parents took me to a boarding school.
For standard 7.
7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this was a small school, private Catholic as well. And yeah, that was it.
Where was that?
This was somewhere in Rift Valley.
Oh.
The boarding, miles and miles away from
Shipped
home.
you away.
Yeah, yes.
In the middle of nowhere. Well, the Rift Valley is very nice.
And it was an all-girls school, so...
I don't know why I'm making that face.
But yeah, so I got my grades and I didn't like boarding school, so I convinced my parents that I wanted to go to a day school. And
What's that? Oh, day school, like the opposite of a boarding school. Got it. I just never heard the term before. It never occurred to me that you would just call it a day school as opposed to a school, like a sleepaway school. That's really, I don't know. My mind is blown.
Wow. Yeah. So, actually, when I got my results from the KCPE, I had options that the government gave me of schools that I could go to, but I didn't want to go in that area. I wanted to be in Nairobi, close to home. And so I went to a private school.
In Nairobi for high school.
Yes.
Cool. So then, in your case, you didn't want to necessarily go to university in Kenya, right?
That is true, even though I did. So I did a Bachelor of Commerce for 2 years, and then I just didn't feel comfortable studying in Kenya, So I opted to go to the UK, and to go to the UK, you need like a different examination to qualify. You need an advanced level, which we didn't offer. KCSE is O levels, not A levels.
I don't know what that means. This is British
Ordinary.
speak?
O means ordinary level.
Oh, okay.
Then A, advanced levels, is A levels, which is a British thing.
So the British need to know the British need to know that you've passed in their system somehow.
Yes, or IB, that's what they call it.
Oh, an IB.
Yeah.
So IB is International Baccalaureate. We have some of those schools in the US. But our advanced programs, we have another advanced program called the AP, which is Advanced Placement. But for those things, questions about British educational systems, I don't know. I'll link to another video. Maybe that'll be down below. You can check out. And because we're not going to go into British system, but so what's nice about the IB specifically though is because it's kind of calibrated to the British system. Mm-hmm. What you're saying is you can get an IB diploma, and that would be the equivalent of whatever the advanced thing, whatever thing you need to get into university in the UK is.
Yes, that's true.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's good to know. Actually, American students, if you want to go to university in the UK and you have an IB program, go for it because it might help you out.
Oh.
Yeah. We did talk about public and private already, didn't we?
Yeah.
So all we have to talk about now is
tertiary. Not tertiary, like polytechnic.
What is that?
Trading.
Oh, is that in a high school choice, or is that a?
So you can go to this polytechnics if you didn't go to high school. So.
Oh, so this goes back.
Yeah.
So if you decided, or if you didn't test into high school,
Yeah, or if for some reason you couldn't afford it.
Then you can go to one of these polytechnic schools.
Yeah, I think they call them technical institutions now.
So it's like a trade school.
Yes.
You learn a trade.
Yeah, yes.
I like
and
that.
Then after, I think the government employs you or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
We have similar programs, but it's a little more because education is compulsory through 18 in the US. Compulsory-ish. There's a way to drop out of school, but it's not recommended. Stay in school, kids. Yeah, but there are these trade schools. For example, where I grew up, there was an alternative trade school type thing that you could do, and what you would end up doing. I had a friend who did this. He would do half of his classes at my high school, and then he would leave. He would take a bus to go to this other school. So we'd actually take some of his classes in the high school, and then he would take other more trade, I guess, oriented classes. Although he's now he runs like an airport, basically, like part of an airport. So I don't know what his skills, what the things were he did in that, but yeah. So that we have a similar thing to that too. You know, I almost went to trade school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I almost got my electrician's license because I don't know if you know this, being an actor is not easy. It's hard to get work. You know, it's few and far between sometimes, and even if you're good at it, which I don't know, it's tricky. So after I got my bachelor's in theater, I was like, maybe I should just become an electrician. Almost did that. But I didn't. And look where we are now.
But I do.
Oh my God, that's so funny.